hood, that you can't kick it, get it, have a party. Oh shit, homie, don't hurt nobody.
Sure. Don't let your strongest muscle be in your goddamn them Twitter fingers, nigga. Boss that nigga, man. Get your shit together, man. I'm overrated, so overrated, overrated, so overrated, nigga. Coming on this bitch real fresh, bulletproof, high shoe, bitch, you better wear your vest. She try to get something off her chest, but the drip on her head made a mess. I'm a real piece of profit on this one, but nighttime sheet, I'm a beast. I'm like, here, eat it up, baby, eat. Here, eat it up, baby, eat. I walk with my pole like a pimp in the state that I got up a ton. I walk around with a lot of blaze, I lit a rip on it, yeah. Tonight it's a ride, I got a show, live show, and the nigga still indie. Yeah. UPK niggas winning, UPK niggas gifted. Hey. I had a little money, but I lost a little money for that punk ass job. Now I'm getting paid off passion, so it's only right that I stunt. All the nigga wanna hate, frustrates on the face, boy, little wasting time. I don't hate being around broke minds, I motivate their ass in their grind. And that's a real ass leader, real ass nigga, 2G short in the flesh. And I'ma eat my plate so good, I'ma let a little bit while the dish. And I'ma beat down your block so rich, top off, you'll feel their leg. I went to another bitch house, cause that bitch ain't clean up the kitchen, and I ain't saying no names, give a goddamn shit, let that motherfucker learn, I left my phone unlocked, woke up, bitch had a damn chalkboard in front, wanna know who it is, who the fuck is that, bitch, I ain't telling no business, and I bought another motherfucking chopper, and that bitch came with some haters, but, hey, I'm overrated, pass overrated, I'm overrated, pass overrated, nigga, I'm overrated, pass overrated, I'm overrated, pass overrated, nigga. I pass overrated, my money coming steady, I'ma rock up my good talk. Hey, the women looking good, got them white girls, I was trying to see who got good talk. South Carolina, where them 5 thick women, they better know how to cook up. Hey, never say the bitch from scratch, that'll keep a nigga, yeah, on stop. I be in Atlanta with the hitters, zone 6 rockin' with a nigga. Had a nigga walk up to a G, but couldn't get past my security. Yeah, I go like that's my dog already, and the priest too official. Niggas in the world traumatized, tryna buy a trip off a nigga. But when keeping shows coming, keep these hoes running hill for a change, he'll fly. But I gotta keep my fly so out on me, cause these that bitches lying. I'm in North Carolina doing real big shit, I been got new ties. If you ain't round broke, boy, you tired. But me and my niggas, yeah, pass overrated, pass overrated. Overrated, pass overrated, nigga. Pass overrated, pass overrated, overrated, pass overrated, nigga. That's the pass overrated, man. Mixtape, EP, whatever you wanna call it. I'm beating y'all more. Y'all run this shit up, man. Do this shit before the Lord, man. Pass overrated, man. Shit. UPK South Carolina, man. Shout 2G. Come on, I see you, nigga. Come on.
Stay tuned. It's gonna get dramatic.
That was pretty well timed.
We gotta go. They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said, Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole.
Was never expected to grow. Just obstacles stand in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see the rhythm in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we can all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I got you. Let it ride real quick. Look. The city eyes. It's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga. Cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shotty in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, but tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls to you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Beers taste sweet, told him make me an apple crisp. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Java, come on, man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans to a mall quad. Telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Poke a stop, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them mother niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen prophets under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian. Precious cargo, spirit Asian, but I got a new semi.
Tell you what though, it's a place called Crispy Crunchy Chicken. I did a YouTube review on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
They just started making chicken gizzards, and They smack. They just
spank.
yeah, but not by much.
Okay, they pretty much the same.
They don't give you as much as Spanx. And Spanx really hit or miss. Because you go in there and Esau cooking.
Man, shit. I don't
Boy,
trust
that's
Esau
rough.
cooking anyway.
But Esau know how to mess up some chicken.
Yeah, they don't even put enough seasoning on that shit.
If they season it at all.
They cook like they care for your health.
No, they don't. If they care about my health, they make it taste good.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakatah, all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal, Thaba Shem Yahweh Shad, all the sisters. With the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. What we teach is that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, according to the Bible, according to archaeology, according to history. You understand? A lot of brothers and sisters is waking up to the truth that we are the Israelites. However, you know, a lot of them are falling victim to the stumbling blocks that we call fake Israelite groups. You understand? And you understand? And the thing is that, you know, a lot of these brothers and sisters out here, you know, and it could be brothers and sisters in these fake Israelite groups that have a zeal for the Lord, that actually are diligent. You understand? But however, they fall victim to these fake Israelite groups and not understanding that these fake Israelite groups exist because these brothers were once in the UPK and fell victim to their own lust and started chasing after all types of disgusting things out here in this world. You understand? And decided to create religions that accompanied those lusts. You understand? And the thing is that, you know, it's battling our lusts is what's going to deliver us out of captivity. You understand? Like Harriet Tubman. And here's the thing. The first thing you got to understand is that you are a slave in America. You are a slave in America. And guess what? If you eat pork, you are a slave. If you are Black, Hispanic, or Native American and you eat pork, you are a slave. If you smoke cigarettes, you are a slave. If you are LGBT, you are a slave. If you worship white Jesus on Sunday, you are a slave. You understand? If you out here thinking you preaching the word, teaching the word of God, and you wearing purple, you are a slave. You understand? If you could, could you find that video for me of the fake Israelite groups that was eating pork?
Yeah, you know what your group was?
I don't. Let me see if I can find it. In some fake Israelite group celebrating Thanksgiving.
I think you talking about the group that said they made up their own holiday, in which they call it Yahweh Shah Day, and they have
Right.
the two hams sitting on the table.
Right. A lot of people that got reactions to it.
Can't remember the name of that video.
Let's see. Oh snap. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, I think I found.
Let me see. I don't think that's it.
This him, but there's somebody who on like actual video.
I don't want to see the reaction. I just want to see.
See if I can find the actual part where he's eating the. I got it on the part where they're about to eat it.
Yeah, show that. Show that.
Let me try for it. Let's see if, you want me to go ahead and play it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mahir Melikan, she put the spread out. Aqua Kaza, she put out the desserts, man, the green beans. So we ready to roll. All right. Y'all see this? Check it out. Look, Rico, plenty of bacon. All right. You faggot. All right. Look at that peach cobbler. Huh? Look at them green beans. Look at that. All right. Look at the bacon. Did y'all see the bacon? Did y'all see that? Y'all see the juice? All right. Look here. We got the lobster mac and cheese. I made the rolls, y'all. Beef game. All buttery. You know, my recipe. All right. Look here. And then, man, y'all remember these from the Real Mister. All right. We was able to come up again. All right. On some of these shish kebabs. All right. So, got Cornish hands. All right. Roast beef, mashed potatoes, dirty rice. All right. So, we ready to go. Oh yeah. We do got the coat. Oh man, look at the dessert, man. Look at that. We got chocolate cupcakes. All right. And then we do got the cold brew. We got Heineken's. Yeah, we drinking today. We got some Modelo's and we got the nigga flavors. All right. Everybody good?
You didn't show the report yet?
So we're gonna give it up to our master and our savior before we get started. All right. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. 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 Barakatah Yahweh.
Pause that. Listen, man. This right here is disgusting. You understand? Because first of all, they speak in the Lashawan Kodash, which tells you what?
They come from the ISUPK.
These are brothers that left the ISUPK. You understand? They left. Or if they didn't get kicked out for being LGBT members. You understand? But these brothers over here is disrespecting the Lord. You understand? I'm gonna show you how disrespectful they are in a second. Keep playing.
All praises due. All right. So, hit me up, Cap. So it's time to eat now. All right. We ain't gonna be too long with the breaking in today. Just want to give y'all a good dose of what we doing today. Y'all should be doing the same thing. Fuck who don't like it. All right. So we getting ready to eat. Hope y'all getting ready to do the same. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh.
Pause that. You heard what he said, right? He said, F who don't like it. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind what he just said. He said, F who don't like it. Keep going.
All praises due. That's it, Cap.
Let me see if we got a little bit more.
You got the part where he cut the ham. Yeah, fast forward. I'm tired of listening to this brother talk.
Samaki, he ain't got it in there.
He ain't got it in there. But he did show.
He did show the lobster mac and cheese, the pork ribs, and both the ham.
Good night. They had pork ribs too. They had that. Listen, man, they had lobster mac and cheese, pork ribs, and 2 honey glazed hams. You understand? Honey glazed hams. You understand? And then and here's the crazy part. They did this on so-called Thanksgiving. You understand? They call themselves Hebrew Israelites. And yet they sitting down having a meal, having this kind of meal on Thanksgiving. You understand? How you going to call yourself an Israelite celebrating the day that your brothers was slaughtered? They're celebrating the day that your brothers was mass unalived for nothing. For nothing but some devils made a wrong turn. You understand? And stumbled upon your tribe and just off the whole tribe. You understand? But keep in mind what he said. He said, F who don't like it. That's what he said. Come on, right?
And then the bad thing about it, the most disrespectful thing about it, they had the nerve to call Thanksgiving Yahweh Shai Day and then proceed to do the salute to Yahweh Shai.
If you could, give me the book of Leviticus, chapter 11. And I want you to start at verse 1, Baba Shah.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them.
So who's speaking?
The Lord.
This is the Lord speaking. You understand? These are the Lord's words. Now keep in mind, he said, F who don't like it. You understand? F who don't like it. Just like how any Christian, that's how you listen now. Christians get so proud over eating pork. You understand? That they will curse the Lord to his face over that pig. You understand? But I'm gonna bring out some history about that pig. You understand? Read on.
Verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying.
So the Lord told Moses to tell the children of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read on.
Saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
He said, these are the beasts which ye shall eat. You understand? Read on.
Verse 3. Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven footed.
So whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven footed. You understand? Like the foot of a cow. You understand? They don't have a hoof like a solid hoof like a horse. Their hoof is split. You understand? Read on.
And cheweth the cud.
And cheweth the cud. What that means, to chew the cud, what that means is that, how can I describe it? So when a cow eats grass, right? It will eat the grass and it'll chew the grass and it'll swallow the grass and it'll go into one of its stomachs. But then it'll regurgitate the grass and back into its mouth, and it will chew the regurgitation. That regurgitated grass that comes up is called the cud. So they chew the cud when they eat. They eat the grass and then they swallow it, regurgitate it back up, chew it again, swallow it again, and it goes through another part of the digestive process. Then they regurgitate it back up, they chew it again, and that's how they digest their food. You understand? Right. It's a specific process. Deer chew the cud, cow chew the cud, ox, buffalo, these types of animals chew the cud. Read on.
Among the beasts that shall ye eat. Verse 4. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud.
Now it says, now these of them ye shall not eat that chew the cud. So there's animals that chew the cud, and then there's some animals that chew the cud, which the Lord said not to eat. Read on.
Or of them that divide the hoof, the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof. He is unclean to you.
So the camel is giving you an example of an animal that chews the cud, but it does not have a split hoof. You know, just like how when it's talking about fish, there's fish like when he says it has to have fins and scales. Well, a catfish has fins, but it does not have scales. You see what I'm saying? So it can't have one without the other. It has to have both of those criteria for it to be clean. Read on.
Verse 5. And the coonie, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof.
Go ahead.
He is unclean to you.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. And the head, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof. He is unclean to you.
Now, of course, the hair is a rabbit. It doesn't have a hoof. You understand? It has like a little paw, like a puppy dog. You understand? Like a cat. You understand? So even though it chews the cud, it is not clean to eat. Read on.
Verse 7. And the swine, though he divideth the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
So the swine or the pig or the boar or the whatever kind of animal you can call it, whatever kind of name you can call it, the swine, it is cloven footed or it has a split hoof, but it does not chew the cud. Therefore, the pig or the swine is unclean unto you. So like the brother who celebrated Thanksgiving, he say F who don't like it.
Okay.
Well, the Lord just said that is unclean to you. You understand? Read on.
Verse 8. Or their flesh shall ye not eat.
So of their flesh ye shall not eat. The Lord commanded us not to eat swine's flesh. Read on.
And their carcass shall ye not touch.
And we're not supposed to even touch their carcass, meaning that we can't go out here and get we in the UPK, you notice that we wear a lot of leather. We got a lot of leather. We wear leather armbands and all that. Well, you can also go into these leather stores and buy pig's leather. To wear pig's skin is touching their carcass. You understand? So we're not supposed to wear pig materials, pig skin. We're not supposed to touch their carcass. Now, of course, in a situation where you understand where if you have a farm and you have a pig on your farm and your pig die, of course you got to handle that carcass. You understand? But when it's talking about, when it's saying that you shall not touch the carcass, meaning that when you touch it, you unclean. You understand? Because that's how unclean this animal is. That even by touching it, you unclean. Read on.
They are unclean to you.
They are what?
Unclean to you.
So the pig is unclean to us. And the Lord commanded us not to eat it. But yet you see brothers saying F the Most High. Because the Most High don't like it. He said F who don't like it, right?
Constant.
Well, what did the Lord think about it?
Lord saying F him.
The Lord, right? The Lord said F him. He gonna say F him when that blood pressure shoot through the roof. You understand? You drop like a cinder block. You understand? Like a cold piece of steak on the grill because you want to eat bacon and ribs and honey baked ham. You understand? So the Lord says, so if the Lord says that you shall not eat pig's flesh, then don't eat pig's flesh. You understand? Somebody asked a question. You understand? Which is why we're going into this topic today. You understand? They asked, why, I can't remember the exact question, but it was like, why can't we eat pig? And if we can't eat pig, then what's the purpose of it? Well, let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question in return. You understand? Why can't we eat human? And if we can't eat human, then what's the purpose of human? You understand? Nobody ever asked that question about eating octopus. You understand? Why we can't eat octopus? Why we can't eat spiders? You understand? People want to die over that pig, but there ain't nobody fighting to eat no spiders. You understand? Ain't nobody fighting over eating snake and raccoon. You understand? But you ready to die over that pig. You understand? Ain't nobody, and I ain't heard nobody argue about eating no raccoon. Come on, hey, you heard, as you know, I know you from the Low Country, so you might have heard some things out there.
I hear more people say they rather not eat a raccoon more than people saying they want to eat.
Right? Nobody asks about the raccoon. You understand? Nobody asks about what's the purpose of the raccoon if we can't eat the raccoon. You understand? What's the purpose of the spider if we can't eat it? You understand? And the thing is that what this person needs to understand is how lustful you are for even asking that. Like, what's the purpose of it if I can't eat it? That is such an Edomite, such a Caucasian way of thinking. You understand? Or what's the purpose of it if we can't eat it? Like, what's the purpose of that's like them devils that over there in Scotland. See, over in Scotland, they actually have relations with goats. Is it goats or sheep? Both. Well, they say goat box is the same as human box. So they asking the question, what good is the goat if I can't make love to it? You understand? So here's the thing, you understand? But even though I'm making jokes, you understand, I'm still going to answer that question. You understand what the purpose of the pig is if we're not going to eat it. Now, the reason that to answer that first question, why can't we eat pork? The simple answer is because the Lord said not to eat it. That's why we should not eat pork. It shouldn't be an expert. The Lord shouldn't have to explain why. He actually explains why. He said because it's unclean. He says not to eat it because it's unclean. And then you have people double back. Well, chickens ain't clean either. You know what? The Lord said it's clean. I trust the Lord rather than your opinion. You understand? So, in the scripture says that the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. You understand the fear of what the Lord will do to you if you decide to eat pork. You understand the fear of the Lord giving you a crippling heart attack because you picking up bacon and eating lobster, macaroni and cheese on Thanksgiving. You understand? That is the beginning of wisdom. You understand? And listen, you understand? If you listen, everybody should desire to be wise. You understand? The scriptures, King Solomon talks so much about wisdom and how important it is, and how precious wisdom is, and how tight you should hold wisdom. You understand? How firm of a grasp you should hold on to wisdom. Wisdom is a beautiful thing. You understand? Wisdom can not only build a family, wisdom can build a nation. Wisdom can build riches and power and might. Wisdom can bring you everything you've ever wanted in life. You understand? Wisdom can do that. You understand? And the scriptures say that the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. So if you don't fear the Lord, if you like this fool to say F who don't like it, and you say F the Lord, then listen, you are a dummy. You are a dum-dum if you do not fear the Lord. You understand? And the Lord's going, and here's the thing, the Lord's going to prove to the world real soon how dumb you are for not fearing him. You understand? Because keep in mind, like America is the most powerful empire that ever existed in the history of the world. You understand? I mean, think about it. Think about it, come on. If you take the Roman army back in Rome with swords and shields, and they start storming the border of Canada, talking about they're going to invade America, what you think going to happen?
That fight is not going to last very long.
That fight might last an hour and a half. You understand? There's never been an empire like America. It's never been. There's never been an empire that had thermonuclear capabilities. There's never been an empire in the history of the world that had satellites in outer space. That's unprecedented levels of power. They got satellites that can listen to your phone conversation, that can zoom in and read your text message. You understand? They can from a satellite in the sky, they can, when you open up your phone and you type in your password, they know your password. They can read your messages. As you see it, they can see it. They say them things can read the date off of a quarter. You understand? That was back when I was a kid. It was able to do that. You understand? It's unbelievable how more advanced technology has gotten even since I was a kid. You understand? But the scriptures say that for this reason have I raised up Pharaoh, so that my power may be shown in thee. You understand? You thinking America is all great and powerful and mighty. Well, the reason why the Lord allowed it to get so mighty is so that you can't overthrow it. No other country, who on this earth can battle with America right now? Nobody. If America really wanted to open up and go to war, America could conquer the whole globe. You understand? America could destroy Russia, but Russia has capabilities as well. It has a failsafe. Them thermonuclear weapons kind of level things out. And that's that war that the Lord prophesied that he was going to bring to the nations for what they did to our forefathers. You understand? So don't get it twisted and take the Lord for a sucker. The Lord said not to eat pork. Don't eat pork. You understand? And give me 1 second. Go ahead.
People gotta understand it. Black people die the most on earth, and the most that kills us is pork. That's what we die the most from. We die from high blood pressure, clogged arteries, diabetes, and all of this is coming from pork. Like it. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, there's a reason why the Most High is telling you not to eat it. Then you will have the nerve to ask why, because the Lord said don't do it.
Because the Lord said don't do it. It's that simple. You understand? The Lord gave us these commandments because these commandments was going to be our wisdom in the sight of the nations. You understand? Like in Israel, in our culture, lamb is like that special meat. You understand? Lamb is what we look forward to in Israel. You understand? Lamb, man, that Passover lamb, look at here. You talking about pork. You talking about bacon. Listen, first of all, beef bacon tastes better than pork bacon anyway. I don't care what anybody say. I remember my first time having beef bacon when I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? I was mad about the pork bacon after I ate the beef. I'm like, I don't want this bacon. I want the other bacon. Why you ain't make the bacon like you made it the other day? You know, that ain't the same bacon. I want that bacon. You know what I'm saying? I learned about beef bacon when I was a kid. That's why when I came into the truth and I found out you couldn't eat pork, I was like, well, I know I'm buying straight beef bacon because I ain't touching that turkey bacon. That turkey bacon tastes like wet cardboard to me. Yeah, I don't eat no turkey bacon. You know what I'm saying? You got to be an immaculate cook for me to eat your turkey bacon. I eat it. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, if I'm hungry and you got some turkey bacon, I'm gonna eat it, but I ain't gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? I eat it, but I ain't gonna be happy about it. You know what I'm saying? If you could, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me find the scripture real quick.
We got a comment.
What's the comment?
This is from Sister Yaila. She says, it's true. I worked in close to 20 or more dialysis clinics, and Israel already, and Israel always is the majority. Dialysis comes from high blood pressure too, and eating all that pork, the kidneys eventually stop.
That's heavy.
Filtering the blood. It stops. She added on. The kidneys eventually stop filtering the blood.
That's heavy. You understand? And I'm gonna tell you something. Like, there used to be this brother that I knew years ago. Hold on. There was this brother I knew years ago, right? And he passed away when he was 30 years old. This brother was in shape, like good shape, like ripped up, built up, buff dude. You know what I'm saying? Played basketball. He was playing basketball with the young boy. Like, I was a young boy at the time. And all we did, we didn't even have jobs. We were so young. All we used to do was wake up in the morning, take our little $1.75, buy some Gatorades, and be at the court all day. You understand? That's all we did. Like, I can't believe how many years brothers survived off nothing but Gatorade and hooping. Gatorade and ooze and noodles. We used to hoop all day. I'm talking get up in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Wake your boys up and hit the court and be there all day, nothing but Gatorade. And the brother was a barber. He used to come out there and he used to hoop with us. He used to give us work. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a strong dude, you know what I'm saying? He post up in the paint, he throw that elbows. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? He used to toss us around on the court and was in good shape. A lot of young brothers looked up to him because they were like, man, I'm trying to get swole like you. But he used to love to eat pork. He used to eat pork chops like crazy. Like, he used to eat pork chop sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how people used to have just 2 pieces of bread with the mayonnaise and pork chop sandwich. Man, he used to eat pork chop sandwiches like in the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? Ate a lot of pork. You know what I'm saying? And see, the thing is, in South Carolina, that's a real big thing. Is pork. You know, the South Carolina are known for the pulled pork barbecue. You understand? And everybody eat pork chitlins, ribs, bacon, sausage. You know, everybody love pork in the South. And he ate a lot of pork. He was not ashamed of eating pork. You understand? But this brother at 30 years old in perfect health had a heart attack in the middle of the barbershop and lost his life. You understand? There's a lot of brothers who lost their lives because of heart conditions, kidney conditions, liver conditions, all, and they'll be in perfect bill of health. And the only thing be wrong is that they eat pork or a lot of pork. You understand? And we losing our lives. And the Lord is not to be played with. You understand? That's the first thing that Christians need to understand, is that the Lord is not to be played with. When the Lord says not to do something, he means to not do it. You know what I'm saying? And think about any good parent. If you got a kid and you tell that child to sit down and be quiet, and he's steady up running around running his mouth, and you tell him again, sit down and be quiet. I'm not gonna tell you again. What's coming again? What's coming after that? That he gonna you know what I mean? I'm gonna put some stripes on you. You understand? You're gonna get them stripes. You understand? So what you think the Lord gonna do? The Lord don't have a belt in hand. You understand? The Lord gonna send heart attack, disease, diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, hypertension. You understand? That's what the Lord gonna send at you. You understand? Or the Lord could be completely vicious. He could just unalive your mother, unalive your son. Imagine that. Your 5-year-old son just dropped while playing freeze tag. You understand? All because you saying F the Lord. Don't play with the Lord, man. You understand? if you could, give me Romans. Hold on. Give me Romans chapter 9. Verse 21.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 21. Have not the potter power over the clay.
So the scripture saying, have not the potter power over the clay. So the sister was asking, if we can't eat pork, then what's the purpose of the pork? You understand? Which I partially understand why you asking that question, because hopefully you asking because you really just want to know, what's the purpose of the pig if you can't eat the pig? You understand? But the scriptures say, have not the potter power over the clay. You understand? So the Lord is the one, like a potter. Think about him. He's making the pots. You ever seen that movie Ghost, where they sitting there making the pots with their hands? And you know what I mean? I don't think I could ever do nothing like that. I you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'd be just too hard. Whole thing just got locked. I don't know. I ain't built like that. But the scriptures say, have not the potter power over the clay. You understand? Read on. So the potter, he can design this pot however he wants to. He can make this thing however he see fit for whatever purpose that is for. I don't have to be a potter to make a pot. I can make a pot that's specifically for holding olive oil. I can make another pot that's specifically for holding frankincense, for burning frankincense. I can make a pot that's specifically for cooking chicken. That's made in a special way to make chicken better than any other pot. You understand? I have the power to do that because I'm the one that's creating that pot. Read on.
Have not the potter power over the clay, of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor.
So the same lump, he can make a vessel that is something that you can drink out of. You understand? He can make, when it says he make a vessel for honor, meaning that make a vessel that is for, some type of use that's for good, for eating off of, for treating guests to snacks and hors d'oeuvres. You understand? For whatever, something pretty that you can sit outside and put flowers in. You understand? So out of that lump, I can make something beautiful. But with that same lump, read on.
And another unto dishonor.
So another unto dishonor. Does that mean, one is good and one is bad? One is for to be made, set up and made pretty, and the other one to be thrown against the wall? No, not necessarily. But one can be made to eat off of, but that same lump of clay can be used to make something you use the bathroom in. You understand? So there's one for honor and one for dishonor. You understand? So in that same aspect, the Lord created animals that are for us to eat and animals that are not for us to eat. Animals that are for food. You know how I know chicken is food? Because chicken is fat, juicy, plump. You understand? Got a whole lot of meat on his bones, and it's a bird that don't fly.
Defenseless
Yeah,
bird.
it's defenseless. You know what I'm saying? Like you can chase down the chicken. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you hungry enough, and there's chickens out there, you ain't hungry enough. If you ain't chasing one of them chickens. You know what I'm saying? That thing will flop up, it'll fly a little bit, then he gonna hit that ground. He fly too many times, he gonna sit there until you come grab him. You know what I'm saying? I done chased the chicken and turkeys around. You know what I'm saying? Turkeys, I don't know. Turkeys, I had a face-to-face with a turkey one time. That thing, when you see them up close, look here, man. Look, I got a big hand. Man, when I seen that turkey foot stomp down on the ground, I was like, that thing look like a velociraptor. Like I need a gun or something. Like I was like, man, he gonna gut me open with them claws. Yeah, I need something heavy. I need something that got some caliber to it. You know what I'm saying? But a chicken is plump and fat. It's a bird, but it can't fly south for the winter. You know what I'm saying? He gonna and chickens, like you put chickens in your backyard, throw some chicken feed out. You know what? Them chickens might roam the neighborhood, but you know where they coming back to? Right back to your yard every single day. They coming right back because they food. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? But a lizard or a snake, you can tell that ain't food. I tell you what, I was watching something one time. I was watching this fishing show where they was catching tuna fish, and they called it tuna. When I was in the world, I used to eat tuna fish. You know what I'm saying? But I never considered what is an actual tuna fish. You see a picture of a tuna fish. All right, listen, I'm thinking a tuna fish might be maybe as big as this table. That's what I used to think when I was a kid. Man, a tuna fish the size of this building. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what it take to catch one of them? They say a tuna fish is like $250,000. You catch a tuna fish, you got like $250,000. One tuna fish. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, now, because think about it. Like, you get a little can of tuna fish. I don't even know how much a little can of tuna fish costs. What's it about? Like a couple dollars? Like $4 or $5. $5 for a little can of tuna fish? I believe so, like $4 or $5. I don't believe this. So like, I'm not I gotta look this up. Said I believe so. Hold on. How much is a can of tuna fish? How much is a can of tuna? I ain't knew they get that big though. It's like almost like a bus. Oh, they like $1. Oh, kind. So a little can about this big, right? And you know what? If a can of tuna fish about this big, they can get about 250,000 of them things out of one tuna fish. Yeah. I can see that. You know what I'm saying? I can see as big as them things get. And listen, when I watched them cut open the tuna fish, now I've seen many fish get cut open. You know what I'm saying? Like crappie, you know what I'm saying? Flounder, brim, and rockfish. I done seen all, and it seemed like you cut them all up the same way. Just take the bones out, cut the head off. You got a whole fillet fish. Easy, ready to eat, and 3 good strokes. If you skilled with it, 3 strokes and you got a whole fish. You know, 2 strokes if you dawada, because dawada eat the head and all, eat the head, the eyes, and all that. Dawada eat the brains out of fish. And I remember the first time I watched dawada eat the eye. Man, I almost pushed my whole plate to the side. I seen him eat that fish out, and I was done. I was like, you know what? This man is a zombie. But I was looking at the tuna fish, and when they was butchering it, when they was cutting it open, first of all, they don't cut it up like a fish. You know what I'm saying? They cut it, they have to cut the head off with like a saw, and then it's like straight bone. It's like a tuna fish is built more like a machine than it's like a meat machine, machine made out of meat and bones as opposed to food. And then when you look at the meat, it just don't look like food to me. Like when you look at duck meat. You ever seen duck meat? That duck meat don't look good to me.
Plus, if you don't cook, if you overcook it or undercook it, meat is real rubbery, and you kind of really don't want.
And that's another way how you know it ain't food. Like chicken, once it float, it's good. It's ready to go.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like even a steak. You know what I mean? It don't matter if you undercook it or overcook it. It's still good to eat. You understand? Lamb, same way. Goat, same way. Deer, same way. But you know, chicken, hey, you can overcook the mess out of chicken. You know, some people like their chicken fried hard. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's still even temps when it comes to chicken. But you know, I mean, tuna, I mean, technically they, you know, people can eat tuna like that. But when you look at the tuna meat, it don't even look like fish. You know what I'm saying? Look, to me, it look like some type of futuristic air filter. Like you ever seen actual tuna meat?
Before it's cooked or before they
Yeah,
put it
before
in
it's
the pan?
cooked.
Oh,
It's like some parts of it's like a dark red.
kind.
You know, some parts of it's like white.
Yeah,
But
that shit looks slack.
yeah. Tuna do not look like food. When they cutting it open, first of all, the way they cut it, it's not like a typical fish. And then the way tuna is like it has to constantly swim. Like it has to swim like nonstop. Like if it stops swimming, it will die instantly. And tuna is one of them things where in tuna, of course, is unlawful. You understand? It has fins, but it do not have scales. You understand? Tuna, after it comes, as soon as it comes out the water, tuna dead. It dies instantly. And it also decomposes extremely fast. Like tuna is like one of them fish where you can't pull tuna out the water, throw it in the cooler, and think that tuna gonna be good by the time you get home. Tuna ain't like that. They have to do certain things to tuna. Like even tuna, like when you buy the tuna in a can, that tuna is cooked. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So, like, I do remember a while ago I was watching that National Geographic channel
Mhm.
where they was catching the actual tuna,
Yeah.
and they were saying like once it comes out of the water, you have to immediately put it on ice, and it's not regular ice. They put it on dry ice.
Right.
And they say because dry ice to keep it more fresh
Right.
than regular ice. Regular
Right.
ice melt faster than dry ice.
Right. Because it'll start to decompose.
Okay.
It'll start to break down. That's why like tuna is one they immediately butcher it. You understand? They immediately start butchering tuna. You know what I'm saying? But it don't look like food. To me, it look like a big air conditioning unit. It look like they cutting into a ventilation shaft. Like that's how it look, because it's like hollow bone parts in it. And I'm like, man, what in the world is this thing? Like the first time I ever seen a tuna get butchered, I was like, that is not food.
Yeah.
That thing is not food. You understand? But because it don't look nothing like a salmon. A salmon, when you cut that thing open, guess what? It cut open just like a flounder, just like a grouper, just like whiting, just like rockfish. They all cut open the same way. You ain't got to have no special skill. Well, you got to have, some people got to have that skill, but you grab by the tail, you know what I'm saying? Flip it over, and you got 2 salmon fillets.
Yeah.
2 grouper fillets, 2 flounder fillets. You know what I'm saying? Like catfish, you can't even cut like that. You can't sit there and fillet no catfish like that. Not like you can with a salmon. You know what I'm saying? Like catfish ain't even shaped like a salmon.
Yeah.
They're shaped like a frog, like a tadpole, like a little shark. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, the Lord created certain animals that are for food and certain animals that serve a purpose. And the purpose that a pig serves, the reason why, okay, so she asked the question, she said, what's the purpose of a pig if you can't eat it? The purpose of a pig is so that after you and your family are done eating all the things that you ate today, and you throw those things into a bucket, over the next course of the next couple of days. Your corn cobs, your chicken bones, the trimmings of the chicken that you just trimmed off and threw away, the trimmings of the beef that you cut off of the brisket that you ain't gonna use, the little hard part of the lettuce that you're not gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? The apples that are rotted that you got in your your little fruit bin that done gone bad, the sour milk. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you got that's gone bad, that's ready to get thrown out, when you throw it out, you feed it to your pigs. And the pigs are like a garbage disposal. That's what a pig is. You ever seen a Flintstone movie? When the Flintstone opened up the bottom of the sink and he had that little pig thing down there? That's what a pig is for. A pig is because instead of you taking stuff to the dump, the pig just eats it. You feed it to the pig. The pig is like a cleaning device. That's how you are able to keep your house clean. You understand? By taking the trash, the scraps of your food and stuff like that, and you feed it to the pig because they're gonna eat whatever you throw out there. You understand? You got dead chickens in the farm. You know what I'm saying? Throw them dead chickens in that thing, and the pig's gonna eat it. You ain't got to do nothing special with it. Just feed it to the pigs. You understand? And guess what? A pig will eat his own feces. A pig gonna eat whatever you throw in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? That's what a pig is for. A pig is for you to keep your house clean. Yeah, pig. That's what a pig is for. You know what I'm saying? For you to take your trash out and feed it to the pig. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't talking about your Amazon package paper. You know what I'm saying? Your plastic wrap. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's what the Lord intended for you to feed a pig. But all the food products that's left over. The carrot tops, the corn cobs, all the little pieces of the green beans that you cut off of the green beans, the skin of the lemon, all the orange peels, all that banana peels, all that stuff, you chuck it in a bucket and feed it to the pigs. Otherwise, what else you gonna do with it? What else you gonna do with that stuff? What you gonna do with the fish heads? With the fish, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do with your chicken bones? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do with the a lot of folks don't like the innards of a chicken. What you gonna do with the innards of the chicken? You know what I'm saying? The parts you don't like to eat. What you gonna do with the guts of a deer that you didn't unalive when you went hunting? What you gonna do with the entrails of that? You feed it to your pig. That's how you keep your property clean. You know what I'm saying? You ever notice that in every farm has at least one pig? Like even in that movie, what's that movie called? Charlotte's Web. You know what I'm saying? Now they was killing pigs and eating them for bacon, but nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? That's what the purpose of a pig is for. And you know what? If one of them pigs was to drop dead inside that pen, you know what the other pig's gonna do? They're gonna eat that pig. You know what I'm saying? That pig is gonna be food to them other pigs. You know what I'm saying? So that's the purpose of it. It's to keep your property clean, to keep it free of rotting food products and things like that you can just feed to your pig. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? If you got a super big family and one pig, and you got more than enough for one pig, guess what? Get you another pig. Now you got two pigs. All the scraps left over can feed two pigs. You know what I'm saying? You feed it to your pig. That's what the purpose of it is. Just like how a shrimp, right? I remember, I think, when was it? Was it did this happen while I was in the truth or after I came into the truth? I can't recall. I think I was in the truth around this time. But there was a time when there was an oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, right? There was an oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. And the oil spill, I'm talking, man, when you seen that thing on TV, it was pumping out so much oil. Like it was just shooting out. Like they couldn't control that oil spill. Like that thing was just coming out the ground like hundreds of thousands of gallons a second. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking like hundreds of miles of ocean was contaminated. But then, you know what ended up happening? A whole new species, or what they say was a new species of shrimp, emerged in the Gulf of Mexico. They had shrimp the size bigger than lobsters. You understand? You know why they had shrimp bigger than lobster? It's because shrimp, lobster, and crab were eating that oil and was cleaning the ocean naturally. And because they had so much food, the shrimp and crab population, you had crabs the size of PS5s. You know what I'm saying? In the Gulf of Mexico. You understand? Like that's where all these giant shrimp started coming from. Because they were cleaning up that oil spill. Think about it. They never. What solution did they ever come up with to clean up that oil spill?
I don't even think.
I don't think they came up with one. But they did find a whole bunch of big old shrimp down in the Gulf of Mexico, because the shrimp and the crab, those animals started to thrive in the Gulf of Mexico. They started to grow massive because that's what they're for. They're to clean up the ocean, to eat the dead particles that would otherwise contaminate the ocean. You understand? That's the purpose of a shrimp and a crab. Now imagine if we'd have been, if America would have been gung ho on shrimp and been terrorizing shrimp like it ain't. Imagine if they sold shrimp at McDonald's or something. If we was eating shrimp burgers instead of hamburgers. You know what I'm saying? Shrimp damn near extinct. That oil spill probably would have ended up destroying the whole planet. If shrimp was extinct, that oil spill would have contaminated that whole ocean and unalived everything in that water. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, I'm about to say you said it, but that oil would have been killing all the fish, because they had fish coming up to the shore that was dead,
right?
All different types of species,
right?
Thanks to the lobster, crab, the shrimp, all that other stuff, it cleaned up enough the way it didn't extinct the whole ecosystem.
All right, give a hand to the shrimp, crab, and lobster saving the world, man. For fulfilling their purpose and keeping the ocean clean. That's the purpose of it. You know what I tell people all the time, man? Like I say it as a joke, but I mean it. You know what I mean? I tell them it's like, oh man, you got this. Where they get them seafood boils with the crab and the shrimp and all that in. And I look at them like, man, you eat that crap. They're like, hey, man, I love me some shrimp, some crab, and some lobster. I said, man, you might as well just go ahead and climb up under your car and eat your oil filter, man. They're like, well, yeah, you right. But it don't taste as good as this, though. I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? When you know what I'm saying? When your whole behind turned inside out on the toilet, don't say I ain't told you so. Go ahead.
It's like it, and when you eat shrimp, this is what made me stop eating shrimp before I came into the truth. Mm-hmm. It was one day I was tearing some shrimp up, some boiled shrimp, and while I was eating it, my grandma come up to me. She said, "I hope you took the shit line out of it." I said, "Took the what?" She said, "The doo-doo line." I said, "What's the doo-doo line?" She said, "You look at the back of it, you'll see a black little stringy looking thing." And I look at the back of it and I saw, I said, "What is that?" She said, "That's all the doo-doo that it was eating."
Yeah.
I said, "What?" Yeah.
Now and I'm gonna tell you something heavy, right? I used to work in this restaurant. I was a dishwasher. And I was an officer around this time, so I had been maybe a couple years without eating pork. But as a dishwasher, they made the dishwasher prep the ribs. I worked at, what was it? Is it Old Charlie's or Chili's? Where did I work? It was Old Charlie's. So Charlie's used to have these baby back ribs. They was their They big thing was the ribs. You know, folks come get them ribs, man. Don't even know them ribs were cooked 8 hours ago and in the refrigerator. When you them things ain't fresh. You know what I'm saying? They boil, they put them in a vat of fat and bake it all morning, and then they take it out that vat of fat and wrap it up in saran wrap. And when you're ready to order it, they take it out that saran wrap out the fridge and throw it on the grill. Go ahead, Al.
Got a comment.
Go ahead.
Sister Yaila said a lot of Israel naturally have a shellfish allergy and will continue to eat it by taking a Benadryl before eating.
That's heavy. Y'all out here looking like Hitch.
And it's follow up by a question. She also asks, "Is red fish lawful?"
Red fish, like red snapper. I don't know what red fish is.
Google it real. Google this real quick.
So, like it says, I've never heard of red fish. I've heard of red snapper. I never heard of red fish. Talking about the candy?
Salaki, if she's talking about the same one I'm looking at right here, it's almost like looks like a goldfish almost.
Is she talking about the candy?
Let me see if she put something. She said I saw it on a menu. I don't know.
That's called Swedish fish.
This is the picture of that I got.
Red fish. Red fish. Well, it's got fins and scales. It would look like scales. As long as it has fins and scales, it is lawful. Look and see if it has scales. You see what kind of fish is that?
I don't know. All I saw.
Let me see. It looks like you're right. It does look like a goldfish.
Yeah, kind of almost.
But I'm typing in red fish and I'm not finding anything in Google. Only thing I'm finding is okay. Hold on. I'm finding red snapper, Acadian redfish. Is that what she's? It looked like a red snapper.
Real quick, see if she put anything else.
Red fish.
She said, it would have. I would have to ask the owner, not the candy. I will post it in the Facebook chat if I get a chance.
Okay. Is it this thing?
I can
redfish, America's fish.
I can share.
It looks like a type of bass.
I can share the screen to.
Hold on, is this it? Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, now this is definitely don't look like this. Look like a catfish. It look like a. Hold on. Redfish. Let's see if there's another name for it. Red drum. Okay, so it's the red drum. That's what it's called. They call it redfish, but it's the actual name of it is red drum. All right, so red drum.
Kind of, I see it. It has fins and
what is going on my phone? Red drum. Let's see. We're gonna get to the bottom of this right now, sis. Red drum. All right, so there we go. So it's called the red drum. I mean, looking at that, it looked like it got scales.
But you have the black drumfish, the white drumfish, the red drumfish.
Okay, so all right, so yeah, so the red drum is lawful. It does have scales, and it says a popular way of cooking it is with the scales on, skin side down. It allows the fish to retain its moisture and flavor, and you can bake, deep fry, and blacken the red drum. Now, if that is the red fish that she's talking about, because it said, I'm looking at it right here. It says red drum, known as red fish or spot tail sea bass. See, I knew it looked like a bass. It do kind of, that's a big giant bass though. That thing looks massive. They get big. See, when you look at this picture right here, it kind of almost look like a catfish or like a shark. I don't know, but it is lawful. The red drum fish, otherwise known as the red fish, has fins and scales, so therefore it is lawful. So bring me some.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so where we at?
Verse 22 of Romans chapter 9.
All right, so hold that. I'm gonna send you this article real quick. All right.
Yep.
I want to send you this article because see, here's the thing. This is eating pork is a battle that every tribe, like if you going up against brothers out here in the world, brothers and sisters out here in the world, be prepared to face this battle with every tribe, because every tribe they have such an affinity with pork. But the thing is, what you don't understand is that pork was the food that the oppressor gave to slaves. You understand? They forced us to eat pork. Now, granted, they love pork. Like our oppressor Esau, he loves some pig. But here's the thing, and I'm going to show you that there's a deeper meaning to them introducing us to pork than just us being slaves. They introduce us to pork because, so here's the thing. Esau has this weird, his mind is different than ours. Esau, our oppressor, wants you to worship him. He wants you to give him all your love. You understand? And that's what Christians do. Am I lying? Look how I'm lying. Like Christians, they love our oppressor so much, and they will fight tooth and nail. They will turn their back. They will turn on their own brother, their own wife, or their own husband for our oppressor. You understand? Quickly. You understand? And the thing is that is what our oppressor wants. Our oppressor thrives off of us loving him. Because the second you don't love an oppressor, listen, they go ballistic. They don't know what to think anymore. You understand? Like, you see, and it bothers me so much sometimes with Caucasian women, with our oppressors women. Like, they are so arrogant that they think every black man just has to be attracted to them. You understand? But when they find out that you a black man that does not want her dog face, dog hair shedding behind, you understand? When they find that out, it's like their brain just can't comprehend that you don't want them. You understand? And even our oppressors, like when they find out that you don't want nothing to do with them, all of a sudden they love black people. They want to show you how much they want to give you hugs. How many times at the camp these devils done walk by and wanted to give us hugs? Yeah. They ain't hugging the homeless brother down the street that needs a sandwich to eat. They walk by him like he don't matter. You understand? They drive by the ghetto every day and don't do nothing for the hood. You understand? But yet, when they see us call them the devil to their face, all of a sudden they love black people. They want to show us how much they love black people, because to them, when they see that we don't love them, that we don't need to love them, that we want to separate from them, all of a sudden that's when their brain gets to acting real weird. You understand? And what I'm going to show you is that us eating pork is like It's almost like a sign to them that we serve the white man. It's almost like a sign to them. You understand? It's almost like that's a good slave right there. Go on, eat that bacon right there. Yes, sir. Yeah, you eat that there. Yeah, that pork good, ain't it, that boy? Yeah, that's how I know you love white people. That's how I know you will never turn to your God. Because your God says not to eat pork. And when you serve your God, give me Deuteronomy 7:6. This is why our oppressor wants you to eat pork. Read it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
He said, for the Lord says you are a holy people. You understand? Read on.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Lord thy God. You are a holy people to the Lord. You are his portion. Read on.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee.
He chose us above every nation. He looked at all the nations laid out on the table and said, you know what? I'm take these. I'm good with these. Read on.
To be a special people.
To be a what?
A special people.
To be a what?
A special people.
To be an ordinary people.
A special people.
To be regular people.
A special people.
To be normal people.
A special people.
Read on.
Unto himself.
Go ahead.
Above all people.
Above who?
All people.
Above the white man.
All people.
Above the Chinese man.
All people.
Above the African man.
All people.
Above the Arab man.
All people.
The Lord said he chose us to be above these nations. You understand? But you know what? Give me Deuteronomy 28:15, Bible Kashah.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if you don't listen to the Lord, you don't keep the commandments, read on.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
If you don't keep his commandments, he's saying that this will come to pass if you don't keep the commandments. Read on.
And his statutes.
Go ahead.
Which I command thee this day.
Go ahead.
That all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
Go ahead.
Shall come upon thee.
Go ahead.
And overtake thee.
So the Lord said, if you don't keep these commandments, that curses was going to come on us. You understand? And one of those curses is that we was going to serve our enemies. Matter of fact, give me that in Deuteronomy 28. Which one is it? It says, since thou did not love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, therefore shalt thou serve thy. Hold on, I'll find it.
Tomorrow the Lord shall smite thee with madness.
No. Hold on. It's in Deuteronomy. Give me 28 and 46.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be.
Matter of fact, give me 47.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
So you want to eat pork, you understand? That's fine. That's what the Lord's saying. You want to eat pork? You want to go get you some pig feet? You want to go get you some chitlins? You want some cracklings? You want you some chicharron? Is that what they call it? Chicharron?
I think so, sir.
Yeah, you want you some chicharron? You know what I'm saying? You want you some fat back? You know what I'm saying? You want you some ribs, some bacon? You know what I'm saying? Read on.
For the abundance of all things.
For what?
For the abundance of all things.
So if you don't eat the pork, the Lord said he's going to give you the abundance of all things. Read on.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy.
You shall do what?
Serve thy enemy.
Go ahead.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
So the Lord said, since you don't want to serve me, you're going to serve your enemies. And guess what? When you eat that pig that is a sign to your enemy that you serve him. You understand? You don't believe me? Give me First Maccabees real quick.
That's a apocrypha, right?
Yeah. Okay. Give me First Maccabees. First Maccabees in verse 41.
The first chapter.
Yeah.
This is First Maccabees in the Apocrypha, chapter 1, verse 41.
Now I love the book of Maccabees. You understand? The book of Maccabees is one of my favorite books in the Bible. You understand? And here's the thing: in the Maccabees, one of the reasons why I love the book of Maccabees so much is because it gives you so much insight on the thinking of our oppressor. You understand? And it just gives you so much insight. Read on. Because here's the thing: in the book of Maccabees, this is a time when our forefathers were suffering an invasion, a current invasion of the Greek Empire. The Greek Empire was trying to invade our land. You understand? But they didn't just come with guns blazing. They would come and try to be diplomatic. They would try to get you to bow down first. You understand? But they had a particular way of you bowing that had to happen for them to know that you loved them, that you was willing to serve them. There was a particular thing that they made us do. Read on.
First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
So so this is King Antiochus. You understand? He wrote, he was the king of the Greeks. You understand? He was the head of the Greek Empire, and he wrote that all should be one people. He declared that we are going to conquer the globe. Read on.
And verse 42, and everyone should leave his law.
Should do what?
Leave his law.
So he said everyone should leave their laws. Much like what America's saying. America wants you to throw away the Bible. You understand? You go on a job now, a lot of jobs won't even allow you to bring this thing in the building, Lakamawan.
Huh.
You understand? I almost lost a job just for, listen, had sodomites sitting right beside me talking about all type of abominations, but they almost terminated me for having my Bible just sitting on my desk.
Okay.
Go ahead, Up.
We almost got kicked out the Juneteenth little event they had because we wanted to read out the Bible.
Yeah, we just wanted to, and she was attacking us.
Huh.
We just wanted to show her that she was a liar. You know what I'm saying? Right. We just wanted to prove to her that she was a liar and we was telling the truth. You understand? But we almost got kicked out of Juneteenth just for pulling the Bible out. But think about what they just said. America wants you to throw away your laws. They don't want Arabs to come over here and be Arab. They don't want Africans to come over here and be African. They don't want Chinese to come over here and be Chinese. They don't want Issachar to come over here and be Issachar. And they do not want the 12 tribes of Israel to be the 12 tribes of Israel. They want you to be an American. So they want you to turn from your culture and join and embrace American culture. Read on.
So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
So all the heathens agreed. Chinese man said, yeah, I'll come over there and be American. Arab man said, yeah, I'll come over there and be American. You know how you can tell? You go to the mall. Go to the mall. You're gonna see Arabs with the little funky little haircut with the fade, with the Gumby swoosh. You know what I'm saying? Selling jewelry. Talking about, yo, what's up, my man? Like, shut your, you know what I'm saying? They come over here and they don't mind being American. Like It drives me nuts every time I see this dude on TikTok. That dude Tracks NYC. You ever seen him be talking about the jury and all this? Yeah, he get on my nerves so bad. He over there selling that 10-4 to these rappers. Go ahead.
You can't forget DJ Kelly.
DJ Khaled. Good night. Yeah, they throw away they customs. DJ Khaled Palestinian. You ain't heard him say not one thing about Israel bombing Palestine.
Yeah.
Read on.
Verse 43. Yet many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
Oh, now that's heavy. And you heard what it just said, right? Read that verse again, because it's real heavy. Like, think about it. He didn't say nothing about religion. He said, turn from your laws and join their laws and their customs. You understand? Read on. Read it again.
Verse 43. Yet many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
Said that many of the Israelites consented to his religion. You understand? Well, there's a special way that they celebrate this. They practice this religion. You understand? You didn't know that being American was a religion, did you? You didn't know that eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster was a religion, did you? Well, you're going to find out. Read on.
And sacrifice unto idols.
And do what?
And sacrifice unto idols.
Yes, sir. That's the 4th of July. You sacrificing unto false gods, sacrificing unto idols, to the founding forefathers. You understand? Those are idols. You understand? They dead and in the dirt. What we honoring? What we worshiping them for? What we got? What we worshiping George Washington for? He was a slave owner. You understand? What we worshiping the founding fathers for? They were slave owners. You was slave. You was their slave. You understand? Independence Day, we were slaves on Independence Day. While they was winning their independence from Great Britain, we was picking cotton. Read on.
And profane the Sabbath.
And do what?
And profane the Sabbath.
And do what?
And profane the Sabbath.
When is the Sabbath day?
The 7th day of the week, sir.
When is the Sabbath day?
End of the week, which is known as Saturday.
When is the Sabbath day?
The end of the week.
The Sabbath day is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. You understand? That is the Sabbath day. You understand? He said to profane the Sabbath day. These are orders from the king. From the Greek king. He's ordering people to profane the Sabbath day, to sacrifice unto idols, just like how they did during slavery. It was an order for us to celebrate the 4th of July. It was an order for us to make Sunday the holy day, to make Sunday the Sabbath day. It was an order for us to do that. An order by who? The American president.
Yeah.
By the 13 colonies. By our slave masters. It was an order for us to do that. Read on.
Verse 44. For the king hath sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the city of Judah, that they shall follow the strange laws of the land.
They shall follow the strange laws of the land. You understand? The strange laws of the land. So these are strange laws. These are strange customs. These are, what do it mean by strange? These are customs and laws of the strangers, the other nations. These are not our own. These are not known by our forefathers. You understand? Our forefathers didn't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. And guess what? See, listen, I know some Colombians, right? Colombian people, some of the most beautiful women on the planet. You know, all the tribes is beautiful women. Judah, Benjamin, you understand? Levi, Gad, Issachar, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher. You understand? But in Colombian culture, you know, I'm only speaking on this because I've had this conversation with Colombians. But pork is heavily involved in their culture in Colombia. Almost every meal has pork in it. You understand? They have like even like a ceremony, like there's certain holidays they celebrate where they just roast the whole pig. You know what I'm saying? Pork is heavily so deep in their culture that a lot of Colombians, you know what I mean? I think it might be harder to get Colombians off of eating pork than Judah, to be honest with you. How deep it is. Because see, for them, it's a cultural thing. They almost eat pork like how we eat lamb at the Passover. You understand? Like they can be a vegan and still eat the pork on them days. That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm here to prove to you, and I'm going to prove it, that it is not Hispanic culture. It is not Black culture to eat pork. It is not Native American culture. Native Americans and Hispanics, contrary to popular belief, was not eating pork before our oppressor showed up. That eating pork didn't happen until we became slaves, until we bowed our head to our oppressor. Read on.
Verse 45. And forbid burnt offerings.
And did what?
And forbid burnt offerings.
You understand? Just much like how our oppressor, he hate to see us. They almost making it illegal right now to even say that you are Israelite.
Yeah.
You understand? They trying to say just saying that you are Israelite is anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
You understand? They trying to make it illegal to be in the truth. Read on.
And sacrifice and drink offerings.
You understand? Talking about to the Lord. You understand? Like they trying to make it illegal to celebrate the Passover. That's what the Greeks was trying to do. And guess what? They did that during slavery. You understand? They took away our whole culture during slavery. We wasn't celebrating the Passover on the plantation. We were celebrating 4th of July and Easter and Christmas.
Yeah.
You understand? We wasn't celebrating the Feast of First Fruits, the Feast of Tabernacles. We wasn't doing that during slavery. It was illegal for us to do that. And it was illegal for us to pick up the Bible. You understand? Read on.
In the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbath and festival days.
So our oppressor said that we was going to profane the Sabbath. You understand? He made it a commandment that we was going to turn from the Lord. Read on.
Verse 46. And pollute the sanctuary and holy people.
And that's heavy because we polluted today. We polluted right here in America. Our culture is polluted. Sexy Red is proof of it. You understand? BET Awards, I didn't watch the BET Awards, but the BET Awards, from what I understand, was proof of how polluted we are. One, if y'all can hear me, so like it, class gonna run just a little over tonight because we got to get this. I got to get this information out. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, you know, our culture is polluted now. You understand? And this is orders from the Greeks. This is orders from the Greeks that our people we to become a polluted people. To turn from the Lord and be profane, to be whores and LGBT and be gang members and be athletes and be all these things other than what the Lord wanted us to be. Read on.
Verse 47. Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols.
And he said to set up altars and groves and chapels and idols. He forced us to worship other gods and set up these altars. And this is the heavy part. Read on.
And sacrifice swine's flesh.
And do what?
Sacrifice swine's flesh.
And do what?
Sacrifice swine's flesh.
And now look at that. This was an order from the Greeks to sacrifice swine's flesh. You understand? Read on.
and unclean beasts.
An unclean beast. And the shrimp, the crab, the lobster, and all that. This was a commandment. Now listen, lobster, right? Let me tell you something funny about lobster. Everybody love to go to Red Lobster, right? They love Red Lobster. Sisters want a man to buy them. What he say? She said she got a white boy on her roster be feeding the pasta and lobster, right? Do you know that lobster used to be prison food?
Okay.
That's what they fed the prisoners in Alcatraz. Go ahead.
I also, this is like a month or two ago, I did a study on lobster, like how it came about, like how people started eating lobster. Did you know when the Pilgrims came over to America, lobster was seen as like the dish that nobody wants, and like it was very, very, very cheap. Like they say, lobster used to go for like $1, $2, and then after they made it a jailhouse food, just like you said, people was in jail eating it. And once they came out, they were so used to eating lobster, they started eating more of it when they came out of jail, and then it became popular.
Right, because a lot of mob bosses was coming home and ordering lobster in these high-end restaurants.
Got it.
You understand? That's how it became a delicacy.
Got it.
You understand? But yeah, so you know what I mean? So they these was orders from these Greeks. You understand? Read on.
Verse 48, that they shall also leave their children uncircumcised.
Now, of course, you know it's an Israelite custom to circumcise your kids. Read on.
And make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation.
You understand? And that's happening all throughout our culture. You understand? Read on.
Verse 49, to the end they might forget the law and change all their ordinances.
Go ahead.
Verse 50, and whosoever will not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die.
You understand? That pig, that sacrificing of that pig was a symbol to them Greeks that you then turn from your God and that you now serve the Greeks. That's what that was. You understand? So our oppressor, when he see you eating that pork, you might as well bow down and kiss his feet. Well, you might as well bow down and kiss our oppressor's feet when you eat pork, because that's what his mind goes. That's how he know that you do not serve something other than him, that you serve him, because he the one that gave you that pig. You understand? That's how he know that he is your God, because you eat the food that he gave you to eat, as opposed to the food that the Lord told us to eat. You understand? Now, did I send you that article? I know I didn't, because I don't remember sending it to you. Hold on. Let me get this article to you, man. Big up to not. Oh man, my Facebook ain't working. Hold on. My signal bad in here, boy. Give me 1 second.
And Salakia, if I may, while you're looking for that, that's heavy that you brought out that scripture in First Maccabees, because you can see that happening today with the school system. They're now saying that this new school year coming up, that the Bible has to be taught in the school. So you can just imagine what they're going to teach in that Bible. They probably might tell them kids it's lawful for you to eat pork and all these other unclean beasts.
Salakia. Give me 1 second. I'm about to. I got it pulled up now. All right, I just sent it to you on Facebook. All right. All right. I want you to start the part where it says Introduction to North America.
But read.
Yeah.
Introduction to North America.
Now, who is from North America? Who's from the Americas? Hispanic brothers and sisters, right? Native Americans, right? You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Pigs are not native to North America.
Read that again.
Pigs are not native to North America.
So pigs are not native to North America. Guess what? They ain't native to North America. They ain't in South America either. Read on.
The species was first introduced to the West Indies by Christopher Columbus in 1493, and then to the continental United States by Spanish explorer Hernando de Soto.
Not Hernando de Soto.
In 1539.
Hernando de Soto was a monster. A lot of people don't know about this devil, but coming soon, I'm gonna do a class on this devil. You understand? But Hernando de Soto was a monster. A lot of millions of Native Americans lost their lives because of this devil. You understand? So, and keep in mind, it was a Christopher Columbus, a Spaniard, brought it to the West Indies, to the Taino Indians. Hernando de Soto, a Spaniard, brought it into southeastern America. You understand? Read on.
Domestic pigs were often carried on these excursions as a sustainable, low-maintenance source of food. As explorers moved across the continent, those domestic pigs would often be left behind, establishing the first population of feral pigs in North America.
So these pigs, Native Americans wasn't eating pigs. You want to know why? Because the pigs first came over here with Christopher Columbus. Hispanics wasn't eating pigs because pigs didn't even touch the continent until Hernando de Soto. Read on.
The term feral refers to a domestic animal that has gone wild. Following these initial introductions, European settlers and Native Americans implemented free-ranging farming practices of domestic pigs that promoted the spread of feral pig population.
So listen, Native Americans wasn't doing this before our oppressors showed up. They ain't had no pigs running around in America. Christopher Columbus showed up with them bad boys. Hernando de Soto showed up. Now here's the thing: Hernando de Soto unalived millions of Native Americans, and as he traveled around the southeastern part of the United States, he would leave behind all the pigs he had. He would just leave them behind. You understand? And then the Native Americans decided, we're gonna farm these Jones because there's a bunch of them. We're gonna farm them and do something with them. You know what I'm saying? Because that was like the nature of the Native American. They used to put everything to use. Like if they unalive the animal, they wouldn't just eat the animal. They would take the hide, turn it into clothes, take the hoof and turn it into tools and eating utensils and make all kinds of stuff. They use the whole animal. You understand? So that same concept, they was utilizing everything that was on the land. So that pig didn't get introduced until our oppressor showed up. Read on.
Free-range farming methods were still practiced in some states through the 1950s. In addition to these feral pigs, Eurasian wild boar have been imported and released as an exotic game species for recreational hunting purposes across the United States since the early 1900s. Today, free-range pig population in the United States is made up of feral pigs, Eurasian wild boars, and
Eurasian wild boars.
Eurasian wild boars and hybrid populations resulting from crossbreeding of Eurasian wild boars and feral pigs. Though there are morphological differences among the three, they all referred to by the same scientific name and all recognized as exotic invasive species in the United States.
So it says exotic invasive species, meaning it ain't from here. It's exotic. Means it's from somewhere else. It's from Eurasia, from Spain, up there in Europe. That's where them pigs came from. Go ahead.
Thus, for the purposes of this document, all three subpopulations will be treated as one and will hereafter be referred to as wild pigs.
So with that being said, you understand? Native American eating pork is not Native American culture. Eating pork is not Black culture. Eating pork is not Hispanic culture. That is the culture of a slave. That is the culture of our slave masters. Now, we already know the stories about pork being imposed on our communities. We don't have to go into that depth. You know, if I need to, I have to. I mean, if I have to, I'll do it. You understand? But with that, everyone should understand now that pork is unlawful. Pig is not native to North Central South America or the West Indies. It was brought over here by our oppressor. You understand? And it was forced on us by our oppressors. You understand? During slavery. You understand? And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Precinct Officer LaCombe.
Shalom, this is the ISPK security announcements. We are the ISPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 and 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'asharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund is free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is memorial of blowing of the trumpets. This is the first day of the 7th month. that which is Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024. You can find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 and 25. Remind Akim and Akwaf to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. Shalom.